I think that was the most magical moment ever in my life, when I held my babies for the first time in my hands. What else can I say? It was very emotional. It was just the miracle of life, right? That you feel that sense of awe and that sense of the glory of Allah, that He gives you blessings like that, where you can actually carry a baby inside you and then give birth, and then voila, there's this little human being in your arms. The day that Kasim was born, I still remember that first night that he was born, he was sitting in my lap and just staring at me. And he had this dark black hair, big eyes, and really fair face. And we just stared at each other forever. And that moment will never go away for me. And that was so special. And then when Kaiza was born, she was this teeny little thing. And just being able to hold her in my hand really felt like a miracle, because I had thought when Kasim was born, he was very little. But Kaiza was even smaller than him. So that truly was a miracle. And that was very special to me, to be able to see her, healthy at that stage in her life. It's hard when your children are in pain and you can't do anything about it, or you always want to see your kids happy. I know your mom can attest to that, right? That when your children are sick or not feeling well, or going through difficulties, then you feel it too, and you want to make it right for them. The best thing about being a mom is to watch your children grow from little babies to little human beings who are starting to walk. And then as they grow, they learn and they develop, and they become independent, and how they carry themselves, how they carry their faith with them, and how they become ethical human beings. Just watching them develop, and we're watching them grow and learn and give back to society. I think those are some of the proudest moments, right? When you see your children graduating from school and going off to university. When your kids do well, you feel proud. The most memorable event for me as a mom was when my two children met each other for the first time. So I was in the hospital, and Kaiza had just been born. And then Kasim was about 3.5 years old then, and his dad brought him to the hospital from the daycare. And just the way he was so excited to meet his sister, and he came over to the bed, and I have this really cool photo. Can I show? See, this was when they first met. And so Kaiza had, how little babies, you just give them the finger and they hold on. That's what Kaiza did with Kasim's finger. And it was just the most precious moment, because I think that was the day they formed a bond between them that will last forever. So even after mom and dad are gone, that bond that they formed that day will remain with them forever, and they'll always be close, inshallah. That's my favorite memory. I think one piece of advice that I would give all children is, as you go through life is full of trials and tribulations. But the one thing that will always carry you through is your faith. So remain strong in your faith, in whatever phase of life you're in. That was a piece of advice that my mom always gave me. Stay strong on Sirat al-Mustaqim.